In a small village nestled amidst rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a poor fisherman named Peter and his wife, Sarah. Their humble cottage sat near the shimmering waters of a gentle river that flowed through the heart of the village. The village was a close-knit community, and its people lived simple lives reliant on farming and the occasional trade. Peter was a diligent man, waking up with the first light of dawn each day, grabbing his fishing net and heading down to the river. He cast his net into the waters, hoping for a bountiful catch. But more often than not, he returned home with only 2 or 3 small fish. His catch was meager, and the villagers often mocked him, for there were other fishermen who returned with a basket full of fish. Peter was disheartened by the ridicule and the villagers' reluctance to buy his fish. However, his greatest sorrow was reserved for his wife, Sarah. She was a sharp-tongued woman who never missed a chance to berate her husband for his failure to provide for their family. Each evening, when Peter returned with his paltry catch, Sarah would greet him with a scowl and a litany of complaints. "Peter, you are a failure," she'd sneer. "We can barely make ends meet with these pitiful fish. The neighbors laugh at us, and I'm tired of their taunts." Peter tried to reason with her. "Sarah, the river is not always generous, and I do my best. We have food on our table, and our home is warm. That is all we need." But Sarah was relentless in her demands for more. She yearned for a life of luxury and comfort far beyond their modest means. Her greed seemed insatiable. There was a mysterious pond deep in the heart of the dense jungle, rumored to be cursed by the villagers. They believed that whoever dared to fish in that pond would meet an untimely end. Peter had heard the stories and steered clear of the place, as did most others. But one day, Sarah's impatience and anger reached their peak. She ordered Peter to venture into the cursed pond and bring back fish in abundance. Peter was frightened and begged her not to send him to that dreadful place, but her anger was unyielding. She threatened to leave him if he did not comply with her demand, and he reluctantly agreed, despite the foreboding feeling in his heart. The following day, Peter gathered his courage and embarked on the journey to the 𝑘𝐻𝐿𝐹 pond. He reached the jungle, and as he came closer to the water's edge, he felt a shiver run down his spine. He cast his net into the water and waited. His heart raced, and the silence of the jungle was eerie. Only one fish was caught in the net, and Peter wasted no time in heading back to the village. He tried to sell the lone fish at the market, but no one was interested. The other villagers had heard of his foolish venture and wanted nothing to do with the fish from the cursed pond. Dejected, Peter returned home with the solitary fish. When he presented it to Sarah, she was furious. But as she began to cut the fish, she discovered something that would change their lives forever. A gleaming piece of gold hidden within the fish's belly. Sarah's anger transformed into joy, and they both rejoiced. They sold the gold, and it fetched a handsome sum. It was more money than they had ever seen. They were suddenly rich, and Sarah's dreams of opulence seemed within reach. However, greed had already taken root in their hearts. They couldn't be satisfied with their newfound wealth. They concocted a plan to capture all the fish from the cursed pond in a single day. They believed that by draining the pond and collecting all the fish at once, they would become richer than they had ever imagined. Early the next morning, as they gathered buckets, shovels, mow, and any container they could find, they set off for the jungle. Determined to empty the cursed pond, they worked tirelessly, digging trenches and forming a makeshift channel to divert the water away from the pond. As the water level dropped, they began to see no fish in the pond. The couple stood in disbelief, staring at the barren landscape that had once teemed with fish. In their haste and greed, they had drained the pond of its very life. Sarah and Peter were now trapped in a vast, desolate pit, surrounded by the echoes of their own desperation. Their cries for help went unanswered as the jungle seemed to close in around them. The once ambitious couple, driven by their insatiable greed, had met a tragic end. They had, in their pursuit of riches, not only destroyed the pond, but also sealed their own fate. The moral of this cautionary tale is clear. Greed, when unchecked, can lead to one's downfall. It can blind individuals to the consequences of their actions and lead them down a path of self-destruction. The fisherman and his wife were undone by their desire for more, failing to appreciate the simple joys of life and the value of what they already had. The story serves as a stark reminder that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the contentment found in the simple pleasures of life and the love and companionship of family and community. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like, follow and share button. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn with Manzi and hit the notification bell for more inspirational videos, and as always, thanks for watching.